Oh, I don't know. Mitch Marner. Why? Because his name's Mitch.
Someone's showing up to the playoffs.
I'm just saying.
Every time you guys want to turn around and make fun of someone, you watch your tongue. You watch your mouth when you're speaking about Mitches around here at the sports show.
Take it away from him. Under 4 left. The barn is alive again.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Sporting Show. Episode 353 coming at you live, unlive, right here.
Right now.
We do this out of the University of Calgary, CJSW 90.9 on the FM dial when you're there on the third Tuesday of every single month. But before then, in between then, we are on Podbean, we're on Spotify. But we're also on YouTube and Instagram, and that's where you got to follow us on those channels. You got to hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all the new joiners. We really appreciate you, both on Instagram and YouTube this week. Pod's getting traction. You know, the good Amy, the Dan Farah put a ring on it. The good Amy is she's inspired. So somehow we owe this to Dan.
Yeah, we do. And I feel like we should. The good Amy tag should come off. Do we call her Amy, like Farah Amy? Amy Farah? Do we, not until it's official.
We ask Amy.
Yeah, let's ask her.
Let's ask her.
No, we didn't ask her the first time.
Yeah, but that was her nickname.
Right.
We have to ask her now, right?
How about this? Happy Amy.
It could be in the prenup.
Instead of good Amy, happy Amy. She seems happier. Much happier.
Okay.
Content Amy.
Content.
You know what? I'm starting to see a Maga Malaka forming here.
Oh, my goodness. New names.
Hold on.
Write that down.
I'll put this down right now. Hold on.
And Dan, you're allowed to chime in on this, by the way. You're absolutely allowed to chime in on this. Okay, but nonetheless, it's the sports show. Look for the blue and white logo on YouTube. Hit subscribe. On Instagram, please hit subscribe as well. It's where you get the content week over week. And you get the nice clips that as for now, the good Amy is doing. Engaged Amy?
Engaged. I write that down.
You like that down, right? Yeah, write that down.
Humorous?
I think we should do something with her ethnicity as well, right? That'd be there's an identity there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, people are getting canceled because of this kind of stuff.
What did I say that was wrong? I think she should be proud of her ethnicity. That's what I'm saying. It's an identity. It's like calling me Greek Dimitri. Episode 353. I wish.
I'll do it, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Hold on. This is where you need to be on YouTube. You're listening right now, and you're like, okay, I get it, but I don't get it. You need to see Mitch's face. Then you need to see my face. And there's a period in there where no one knew what was going on. Nonetheless.
Oh, I knew the whole time. I think he was a little slow to the game.
No, I'm not slow.
I get your idea, but I don't think it's going to work.
See, Mitch is a master of baiting, okay? He baits me all the time. He tries to put me. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying.
Okay, say that.
I said what I said. I don't know why. What's on your mind?
Nothing, man. Anywho's,
moving on. How you doing, partner? Easter's over.
Easter's over. You know what? I'm tired. Like, it's been a week.
Right.
I'm okay now. Had a little bit of a situation this week. Wasn't feeling the 100%. But yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't there. But what a great time last week. Great time. Family's over. Cooking up a story. Buddy, I found that's my happy spot. Hey, like outside the pod. Now. How about a Suvla podcast? Now we're on to something.
Oh, Mitch.
Buddy, I'm telling you.
Live on location.
That's something. Something. I mean, unless they let us bring the hibachi in here.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
So, we don't barbecue or charcoal enough.
No. Yesterday we joked, actually flirted with the idea of doing it again.
We flirted with it.
We flirted.
Yeah.
She said she was busy. So we'll see again today.
See.
We'll see what happens.
We still got the number, though.
We got it.
We still got the number.
I'm going to send you that text. 2 a.m. You up?
Oh, sorry. I sent that 2 hours ago. I don't know what happened.
Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't feeling good. I must have.
I had my phone off. You probably just got it at 2 a.m.
So what's going on?
You up?
It really is, if you think about it. What a great, open, nice and easy, nothing aggressive way to start a conversation.
100%.
100%. Just saying. All right. You guys all know it's my favorite thing. Listen, and this week there was some good stuff going on. I got kind of 3 quick ones. Here we go. All right. So you know me, I'm minding my own business. I was perusing the nets. So, first things first. I saw this and I got to ask you because I feel like I know you pretty well, okay? But I don't know this. Sandwiches. Which way do you like them being cut? Down the middle or diagonal? It's a big talk on the internet this week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
didn't know what to do.
I actually prefer the diagonal cut.
Now, see, I do too, to some degree. But I feel there are some things, like a peanut butter and jam sandwich, should be down the middle, not diagonal.
You know, it's funny you say that because the peanut butter and jam sandwich, I actually cut the crusts off, and I agree.
I see.
That one's down the middle.
See, weird.
I don't know why.
Why? Yeah, why?
And I don't know how. Even to a degree, sometimes grilled cheese sandwiches.
Right.
I go down the middle instead of the triangle.
I like the down the middle, but the triangle's more preferred.
Now, here's why pound for pound, I go triangle over everything.
Okay.
There's two major factors in this. Number one, you need to have that first initial bite. What better way than to start with the corner? It's
Corner's
an easy
nice
entry.
way, easy.
Easy entry, good size bite, and then you can work your way.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt you. You said you cut your crusts off all the time?
No, just the peanut butter.
I was going to say, I'm a crust guy.
No, I used to hate the crust when I was a kid, weirdly enough.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but no, I am a crust guy. It's just peanut butter and jam.
Okay.
The crust come off. I don't know why.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Habit.
Quirk.
Now, number two.
Yeah.
The dipping factor of the sandwich. If you don't have corners, you don't got a good initial dip factor.
Okay, great. Here's one for you. Now, you're thinking your traditional sandwiches, or sliced bread. Okay,
Sure.
The French loaf. So, for example, or the sub, the longer piece. So, when you think of a beef dip, you put a little corner cut on it for the dipping element.
That's what I'm saying.
But, I mean, go to New York, go to Philly, where those sandwiches are famous. It's down the middle. See, maybe we're doing it wrong.
No, see, you got if you're getting a dip, you got to start with the corner. See,
I think you're right.
The corner's a good intro into any sandwich.
It's a great point.
It's kind of like staring at. See, the burger. Why does the burger get away with it? It's rounded.
It's rounded.
You have some maneuverability.
No, well, yeah, but how do you cut a diagonal on?
You don't, but it's still
Exactly.
because it's rounded.
Right.
It's got a bevel. Okay. You can take that first bite.
I see what you mean.
See, because if you cut a burger in half,
right.
Like if you just go straight on into it, that's a big bite.
You know what you should do one time? Let's go to a restaurant and order burgers
Ask
and
them to cut it in fours.
Cut it in diagonals.
Just
watch their brains blow up.
Yeah. Can you cut this burger in a diagonal?
They're gonna Google the crap out of it. They're gonna do everything they can.
They're gonna go back to geometry. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. Math. Pure math 30.
Murray, I quit. I quit, Murray. That's the third diagonal hamburger they asked for this week.
And the Greeks are in again.
They said we did it wrong again.
That's awesome.
Sure, they tipped 20, but still, it's not the point.
Okay, Spiros, here's your burger.
Okay, second item on the peruse.
Sure.
Listen, me and you are trying to make it in this biz.
We're trying.
One day, we're going to do it. I know it. I feel it. I swear to God, I do. Not sure when. Hopefully before I die. One show, something. But Shannon Sharp, listen to me very carefully.
Oh, no.
What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? I'm not here to make fun of you, man, because I want to be you. I kind of want to be you. I want a show on ESPN. I want my own show that's got millions of subscribers. And this. I want to be a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
3-time.
But, dude.
Come on, Mitch. Come on, Mitch.
How many more times?
Skip.
How many more times are you going to get yourself intertwined in sex scandals, buddy? Like, granted, you're jacked. You're a good-looking guy. I get it all, bro. You can get girls. I get it. But, dude, you're about to lose. Now, here's where I'm going with it. For those that don't know, Shannon Sharp, very popular guy. He's on the ESPN. He's with the Stephen A. Smith now. He used to be with the Skip Bayless. They had a little falling out, blah, blah, blah. Goes over to ESPN, making $6.5 million a year, ladies and gentlemen. All right? To talk sports. It's the greatest gig in the world. Along the way, he's become popular. He started his own little podcast, The Shay Shay. You might have recognized it because you downloaded it and you joined them as a member, but you haven't done it with a sports show yet when Cat Williams was there. In one show, guys, he made more money off YouTube clicks in one show than he did in his entire NFL career. I digress. I keep going. Just a couple of months ago, like 6 or 7 of them, he ordered some food. He was in his office. Somehow he pressed his first take or maybe his Instagram live situation. I don't know what he did. But let's just say we heard him and the person in the room having a good time. The tip was in the bill, let's just say. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, baby.
And ESPN had to come down and said, what are you doing? Thank God we didn't see anything. That's strike one. He says, all right. Just this last week, a young lady named Gabriela Zaniga comes through and says, hey, I want $50 million, sir.
Schmills.
Yeah. Because, you allegedly you raped me and this and that and the other. And then, again, this is all allegations. Shannon Sharp, to his credit, I got to say, comes back and says, I don't think so. I didn't touch you. Here are the text messages. Take a look at all the things she's saying to me. He offered her 10 to walk away. She said no, 50. Long story short, now ESPN's looking at him again going, do we really need this? And his contract right now with Volume, where he has his podcast currently on, is up for renegotiation. And there are talks he was going to get contracts up to $100 million. All of that might be going downwards because you just can't say no. Buddy, you got to walk away. You already got in trouble once. How many? Me and Dimitri get in trouble all the time here. For different things, though. Not the same thing.
Different things.
Different
things. Listen,
Different.
Here's the thing. Number one, Shannon Sharp, here's what I don't understand about you. You literally have talked how many times about people in what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, how many times you've been on, like, I don't know what he was thinking. What was he doing? Why would you do that? Yeah. This, that, and the other. Now, respect. He's going the Roger Clemens routes. I didn't do steroids. You did steroids. I'm taking this to the Supreme Court.
I love it.
All right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. We got to go. Now, we're not denying. We're not agreeing. We don't know. The allegations are just that where they are right now.
That's right.
That's why there's called due process. That's
right.
why we take the high road. It is what it is. But at face value for what we're doing, you guys know better.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know better? Especially in your world that you report on this kind of stuff. But let me tell you there's one guy in this whole story.
It's all here.
And he's always there.
Lingering.
And he's always kicking around. And he's always got his 2 cents. And I'm warning you. Because you better be careful. Mm-hmm. And that's you, Stephen A. Smith. You somehow have your beacon everywhere. You got something to say everywhere. Just be careful.
Watch your mouth.
Just be careful.
Watch your mouth.
I'm just saying.
Buddy, this is craziness. Look, I just stop. Buddy, you're about to lose. She's suing you for 50, okay?
But he's about to lose like 200.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
All because, we all like, but, there comes a point.
I'm just saying.
Read a book, bro.
Maybe turn the phone off.
You up? Like,
You up?
He's the master of the you up. Last thing I saw. The internet. If that story wasn't good enough, this one might have won the entire internet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into it. LA Kings, Edmonton Oilers, NHL hockey, NHL playoffs. The Kings get home ice advantage. They say, hey, Edmonton, come down to our party because we crazy down here in LA. Crenshaw's down the street. We ready. We're going. Inglewood. Never up to good in Inglewood. The ladies from Korea that play the harmonicas are doing the national anthem. So you would say to yourself, wow, that's a way to pump up the crowd. It did. Not only did it do it, they got a standing O and they got encore. The Korean ladies came back the next day on demand, meaning they had to negotiate. They're like, we're tired. If you look at them, older ladies, tired. They negotiated a box, did the performance from their box. Ladies and gentlemen, the Korean ladies, number 1 on the Sports Rank podcast. You don't need to know everything else. They're number 1 this week. But Dimitri,
yes.
How amazing was the Korean harmonica start to the LA Kings game?
Just when you think they come in with a matte black helmet,
yes.
And you say, you've just changed the game again. And here we are with the Korean harmonica ladies. It's a nice touch.
It's a great touch.
It's funny because I was looking at that and I'm like, it just, for whatever reason, it always seems to happen that some team goes on a run or they have, it's something to do with the person who does the national anthem.
Right.
Whether it was the opera singer, I think in Vancouver, if I'm...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, kind of an opera guy.
There's always someone...
The Oilers do a cool one in the crowd. I like that one. That's kind of neat.
So I'm like, okay, they're onto it. Marketing. Brilliant. Brilliant.
But here's my worry now, and let's just get into it.
Ooh.
NHL 2025 Stanley Cup playoffs have started with a boom. And, dude, I don't even know where to start. Let's just start with the LA Kings and Edmonton Oilers. Usually I leave that baby to the end, but let's get going with it. LA Kings take a 2-0 lead this week, Dimitri. All of us across Canada, especially here in Alberta, southern part, are going, this is great. This is going to happen. The Kings are going to knock out the Oilers. Get to Edmonton last week. Edmonton takes an early 2-0 lead. Bam, bam, bam. 4-3 LA. Yeah. YMCA, very own sports show dubbed YMCA guy Kemke on fire. On fire. Makes it 4-3. Ladies and gentlemen, and then the wheels flew off this truck.
Yeah, they didn't come off.
They flew off. Yeah, dude. Unbelievable. Little melee in the net. Vanderkate, of all the guys, too. Like, listen, you expect it from the McDavid. You expect it from the Draisaitl. But when that guy, the hype guy, scores that goal to tie it, oh, boy. Then all of a sudden, some coach on the bench says, hey, wait a minute.
Excuse me.
I believe there was some interference with the goalie. Now, remember, this play was already reviewed by the referees, who you would probably think say, you know what? Everything seemed clean here. Toronto looked at it as well. It looks clean. They ask for the review. They say, no, there was interference. Reviewed. They say, no, there wasn't. That's an automatic power play, which, by the way, absolutely love as a rule.
Me too.
Love it as a rule. NHL just can't lose now. And then all of a sudden, 10 seconds into the power play, Draisaitl to Bouchard scores. Game over. Ladies and gentlemen, series now 2-1. And you might as well pack it up, LA. The Koreans went home. This happened. It's over. It's over, man. It's over. You had it, LA. You had it.
You had it right here. You had home ice advantage. You had the Korean ladies. You had it all. You were turning them into bulgogi or whatever it is that their dishes. The Oilers were Korean barbecue. You had them. Right, Mitch, to mention the hibachi.
The hibachi.
Okay.
Korean barbecue. You're seeing the theme.
You see the theme here. Okay. There's method to the madness of the sports show. And then this happens. And then this happens. And they were about to take a 3-0 lead. Look, you beat them. You beat them in LA. You walked all over them. Mitch and I are riding high. We called it on the sports show. Now, Mitch didn't call it, but Mitch
called it.
Mitch is calling it. If you listen
and watch,
pay attention and watch,
see this,
you know.
Yeah.
In LA, what are you doing? What? And that coach, buddy.
Well,
when they pan to the guy, it's like. So here's the thing. It's like, okay, it's a good goal. There was no kicking motion, and they're like, do we challenge? Do we challenge you, Jeff? Do we challenge? Come on, let's get to the booth. Come on, we need all hands on deck here. Come on, King's crew, assemble. Do we challenge? Yeah, I think we should go for it.
Look at the motion of the pad there, and his stick is clearly in his pad, sir.
Do it, Donald.
You idiot!
But the best is when they pan over to the guy and he's like...
And you know what the worst is? Who knows if that's the guy or not?
Yeah,
it might not be him, but it's him now.
Yeah. Peter Poindexter over there.
You know who that guy is? Bartman. Remember the Cubs? That's Bartman. So we lost Bartman to the Cubs, and he became an NHL assistant coach. That's what happened.
But it's like they just know it. Like it's like, yeah. You have to look at his face like, I wonder who asked to review that play. Hi, guys.
You know how they benched Skinner yesterday? They're like, we're benching him because it was his fault.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it? Okay, real quick on that. Was Skinner a reason to pull?
No, but I think you smartly protect your goalie.
Yes,
sometimes.
I agree with that. I agree. Yeah. So take him out. Can you pull a coach?
You should be able to
pull a coach.
Yeah.
Pull that guy.
You're out of there.
You're gone.
They should do like WWE. You know how the referee throws people out?
Right.
Like make it dramatic where it's like, you out, right? Or like how baseball does it.
That's a good idea. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, can you bench a coach if he's already on the bench?
Good question.
Actually, you know what
Great
you should do?
question.
It's the opposite.
What?
To
get him on the ice?
You say, get your helmet and your gloves on. You're going out there.
Let's go, Gary. Let's go.
Gary with 2 R's, you're on.
Why don't you show us what you were talking about, Gary?
Yeah.
Get out there.
You want to challenge the play? There's your challenge right there.
Okay, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Right now at 2-0, I'm like, there's an 80% chance, maybe even 90, LA wins. Now 2-1, what's your ratio
I
at?
think that this is the problem. Edmonton actually could go and win 4 straight now.
Yeah, 100%. I tell us why we're wrong. Like right now, it's gonna happen this time next week when we talk to you.
And 7 goals I get. You know, it wasn't really 7, but it was 7.
Yeah.
The point being is people are finding the net. And I don't know what's going on there. You know, the defense is going to be not having Ekholm. That's tough.
Yeah.
For a deep run.
Sure.
But again, I'm watching McDavid, man. Even Tamara yesterday, we're watching, and she's like, he's out of control.
Yeah,
this guy.
man.
Like, it's just so visible.
But why doesn't he just put on the pads too? Like at this point, they have a goalie problem.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's better in goalie than everybody.
Guys, follow me on this. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. I think Connor McDavid, all jokes aside, should rotate into the defensive position. Now, follow me on this. You're going to be like,
bad idea.
You're going to be like, why? Why is it? Why is it? Think about it. When there's a power play, they do the back pass so they could stifle the people at the blue line. They come in with speed and they gain the zone.
Right.
What if you had him sometimes rolling in through defense? Right, if they had a good line matchup.
Yeah.
Because from there, he could take the puck from the blue line and just rip past because he gets that speed, right?
I don't think it's a crazy idea at all. In fact, think about the NBA for a second. LeBron brings the ball up now. Giannis brings the ball up now.
That's what I'm
a lot
saying.
of the great players are the guys that say, hey, let's run. I'm going to run point. I'm running this offense, and it's going to end up coming to me anyways, and I'm going to score anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Like, put him on defense.
It's not crazy. There was a guy named, Bobby Orr that was kind of like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Niedermeyer had a really hard time getting the zone sometimes too.
The other series, since we're in the West, let's just stay there. Dallas and the Avs turning out to be a great one. 2-1 Dallas. Are you surprised after the first week?
No. So I think no one should be surprised. I think everyone is either picking Colorado or Dallas in 7 games.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and then the thing is Dallas is up 2-1. I'll just say it. Okay, I picked Dallas in 7. Again, we're talking it's a 51% to 49% coin flip. But I'm not confident that Dallas is going to win.
Right. Listen, same with I think everyone's on the same train on that one. It's just I guess in a lot of ways the Avs could have been up easily 2-1 or even 3-0 in this. But I mean, I digress. Bottom line, Dallas right now 2-1. And they're showing me they're grimier than I thought they were.
Yeah,
that's what I'm starting to see.
Agreed.
Vegas, Minnesota, mini up 2-1. And this one is not surprising me as much as, even though I took Vegas like everybody else, should we really be that surprised? Minnesota is not a bad team at all.
No, they're not a bad team. And I actually watched a couple of those games. And
really?
Vegas, I know.
Really? Like, dude, the minute I see the word Minnesota, I just can't do it.
Yeah,
I just can't.
Listen, I get it.
I know it sounds horrible.
It doesn't sound
And I'm
horrible.
judgy.
Minnesota sounds horrible.
I'm judgy.
There's a Vikings component, purple team component.
It's
in
all
there.
that, to be quite honest with you.
No, look, Minnesota's playing. Actually, Minnesota's playing good. Something's up with Vegas.
Something's up.
Something's not right there, Hodge.
You know what it is? No, I don't know what it is. I don't know. You know, we'll get to it in a second. I'll bring it up in a second. And then we got the Jets in St. Louis. Jets up 2-1. They were up 2-0 at home. They go to St. Louis, and St. Louis took off their shoe, and laid a beating to the Jets at home. This is another one that I think is like LA. Could go the other way. Momentum might be striking the other way now.
Yeah, you guys.
We'll see today.
It's crazy to think that I'm going to say this about the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
One of the top teams in the league that's leading the series. That game 4 is not a must win to gain the advantage. It's a must win.
Yes.
Because otherwise, that will fall off. The wheels, when you said it for LA, not only are the wheels going to fall off for Winnipeg, the whole chassis and everything. If they don't...
I can't wait for next week because it's either going to be me going after them. I mean, in a beautiful world, one that God loves me where I know he loves me, and I know he loves me, but really loves me, he would give me a Winnipeg and an Edmonton situation. Yesterday, right before the goal, when it was 4-3 LA, I'm going to tell you this real quick. I literally said to myself, Dimitri, I can't wait for the pod tomorrow. I'm going to lay into Edmonton so bad. And then those Kings just wrecked it all. Oh, it would have been amazing. All right, we jump over to the East, and man, is there stuff going on over there. Okay, Jersey said, let's play a little bit. They're still down 2-1, but they won last night. That one's all right. Totally under the radar. I think everyone in the NHL, like literally everyone, Bettman included, are like, oh yeah, Carolina's taking on the Devil.
Carolina and Jersey's playing, hey?
Look at that. They're in there, eh? Look at that. Washington, Montreal has turned into a fun one. 2-1 Washington. Montreal at home. There's something to be said. Ladies and gentlemen, the Canadians, I still don't think are going to win this series, but man, are they fun to watch at home.
They're the funnest. I think they're the funnest team to watch.
Funnest team.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And that game had everything in a bag of chips. Wilson and who was it? Oh, my goodness. I can't remember his name from Montreal. Full fight in the bench. Did you see this?
This is hockey.
That's everything you want.
This is hockey.
Buddy, I mean, if you're an NBA, you're like, you know what? The NBA is boring this year. Let me flip over to hockey. And that's what you flipped on to. Imagine. You're like, game ends 2-1, whatever. I can't remember what the score was last night, blah, blah, blah. And then 3-2, I think it was. And then all of a sudden you're like, and now they're fighting in the bench. And the referees jumped. The linesmen had to jump in there to break them up.
Hockey.
Gold, man.
Hockey.
Gold, bro.
Old-time hockey.
I love it. Anderson, that's the guy's name. And then you got Tampa Bay and Florida. Look, the defending is going, hey, sports show. Beep, you. I had Tampa Bay. I can't remember who you took. Did you take Florida or Tampa Bay?
I took Florida.
Yeah, buddy. You know what I like about what they're doing? Look, they're doing a little bit of the old, hey, we'll kick your ass in game 1, and then we'll make it a close one in game 2. Not close, but we'll win you in a shutout in game 2. They're winning in every component. In that game 2, though, Hagel took out Barkov with that hit. I'm sure you saw it. Clean, not clean.
I lean to clean. I did. Look,
Same
man.
with me, man.
Look, it's the playoff. I don't know, man. I get where people are coming from, but man, can we just play old time hockey?
Right.
Like if we're fighting in the benches,
yes,
then you should be able to hit like that.
Absolutely.
I actually thought it was clean, Mitch.
I did too. It was close,
man.
But you know what? To get kicked out of the game for that, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I think yes, it was a vicious hit. It looked worse than it was. Like it looked as bad as it did look. Like I get it. Yeah. I could see why you want to give him a penalty, but it was clean, man.
Well, it's like what's going to happen in the future? Are we going to watch boxing where it's like all of a sudden if you knock a person out, you get penalized for it?
Great point, Dimitri. Because we don't see hits like that anymore, when we do see them, they hit a little harder.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you're absolutely right. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll end it off with another heater. Right now, if you're in the city of Tirana, how good are you feeling, especially tonight? You're in the nation's capital. The election's on Monday. We might have a new government, and we might have the Toronto Maple Leafs in the new round of the playoffs. Up 3-0. They're looking good. I'm not going to say anything, but the whole team is contributing, and that's what I like about this Maple Leafs team. Ladies and gentlemen, get it ready. I don't know what's going to happen with Edmonton, but Toronto might be the team we all have to cheer for. If we won a cup back here in Canada, these guys might be the only chance we got. That's it.
Yeah, they are the only chance we got. For
Stolars? Stolars? He's been the missing link. Stolars?
Listen, it is. You know, Ottawa, you tried.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you tried.
Well, you know what? Listen, even if they do go out 4 straight,
progress,
at the end of the day, progress has been made.
Yeah, man.
You know, they got a cool little team. I've listened to a lot of interviews. They seem like a very cool, like very close bonded team too. They're on their way. But at the end of the day, I have to admit, like Toronto right now,
look good.
I'm not jumping on the bandwagon.
No, but they look good, man.
But I'm cheering for it.
Yeah.
From the sides. I'm like, yeah.
Where did Stolars come from?
You want to hear a crazy little stat on Stolars? Listen to this. So there's a guy on the internet, and I highly recommend you go out and watch him because it's pretty interesting. His name's Hockey Illuminati. Huge Maple Leafs fan, okay? This guy somehow has gotten that popular. He was able to grab the cup, got it in his hands, took it to a cemetery, and did a kind of a blessing with it with the guy. I can't remember which players. I mean, if you're a huge Toronto fan, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, this guy's super popular. Last week, he goes Stolars in Polish when it's reverted back means carpenter. First game of the playoffs was on Easter Sunday. Like, he's got all these things that come back to 1967. And, dude, everything he keeps bringing back is 1967. I'll give you a quick little one. NFL draft that just happened a couple days ago. The last time every single team had their draft picks and didn't move them around prior to the during the actual draft, 1967. It's like weird. All these little tidbits coming through. Could be, but could be.
It's crazy. 67 is my favorite number, hey?
That's the other thing. Buddy, weird, right? You're right. He said it for years, guys. Yeah. It's 67. Crazy.
So, I like what's happening in Toronto.
So we already said I got excited. Listen, Sports Show Power Ranking brought to you by Sinatra's 403-472-5222. Get your pizza there. Number one, you don't need anybody but the Korean harmonica players. That's it. Done. End of the conversation. McDavid comes a close two. That's it. That's all I said. That game one, McDavid was unreal. When they were down and then he came back, literally, he goes, everybody on my back.
Yep.
I'm going, Stolar's your number 3. Since I'm on it. Number 4 is Kachuk. I thought you were hurt. But I thought you were hurt.
Interesting.
Huh. NHL, I like you this rule. I like loopholes more than you guys think.
The possum
And this is fantastic.
Love it.
And at number 5, you know what? I'm going to give it to a Toronto guy again because they deserve it right now. I'm going to give it to, I don't know, Mitch Marner. Why? Because his name's Mitch. And he's about to make some bank.
Listen, someone's showing up to the playoffs.
I'm just saying.
Every time you guys want to turn around and make fun of someone, you watch your tongue. You watch your mouth when you're speaking about Mitches around here at the sports show. But
no respect.
Listen, nothing can ever top the Korean barbecue ladies.
Nothing
can top them.
Nothing. The best. But I'm telling you, the LA Kings need to keep them in town. Don't let them leave. This is your heater. You guys got to get them an Airbnb. I don't know what you got to do. Get the Kardashians to come talk to them. Whoever. You keep them in LA until it's over.
Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you, the flop of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you got the top, you got the flop.
What's that?
Give them the number one more time, Mitch.
403-472-5222.
That's right. The flop of the week brought to you by Sinatra's Pizza, and our good buddy Big Dick Nick over there just slanging that dough, right?
Let's hope so.
It's the dough he's slanging. Yeah, good point. Here's the thing. The flop of the week actually goes to Canadian teams. Yeah.
What?
Yes. All the Canadian teams, with the exception of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Because every year, the NHL is situated and positioned to now give more Canadian teams a chance.
Right.
There's more Canadian teams that can come in, and I really don't like what's happening. I've never been in a position where I've looked at more Canadian teams leading a series, but have more distrust that they could actually go somewhere. So pick it up, you guys, because we talked about it. Toronto's the only team that has life to actually make a deep run, it looks like. This is not good. This is not good.
It's not what we thought it was. Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Well said.
I'm giving the Canadian teams the flop of the week.
Boom. We could jump over the NBA real quick. Listen, they're in their playoff mode right now. Is there anything super exciting to report? No, except for one thing. I just want to bring up one thing. I don't like this whole load management thing. Never did, never will. But if that means load management is going to get me the Kawhi Leonard that I'm watching right now, dude, Kawhi Leonard quietly, and I think he prefers it this way, is maybe when he wants to be, and I don't think he cares to be, the best player in the NBA. And I love Jokic. I like Doncic. I like LeBron's okay. But when Kawhi's on, no one can touch him. And I'm watching this Clipper team, and dude, he's doing it with ease, man. And so now you start saying to yourself, is this because he actually got the rest that he so badly wanted and kept asking? He's like a hot knife through butter, bro. He's good.
I hate load management. I think it's stupid. But I think with him, I think he's so talented.
Yeah, man.
It's not that he needs the rest. I think he's just so like, yeah, you know what? I think it's more of a, I don't really have to try because I know when I get there I'll be really good. So I'm just, it's almost like the genius who knows he's a genius and doesn't care to get 100% on the test. He just shows up to 4 classes.
That's exactly
and
what
passes.
It is. Yes, yeah.
That's what Kawhi Leonard is. So, imagine if they had a whole season. Imagine.
This is what I'm saying.
See,
right?
and this is why I hate it because I don't know how the teammates could sit there and say, so let me get this straight. This is what you do and offer, and we could have been first in the whole league?
This is where I am 100% with you. And for those that don't or that kind of stick up for the load management, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
How can you like it when you know that this guy is that good? Now, granted, some guys are injured. I get it. So injuries here. But when you're taking a day off just because you're tired, you'll never get that respect from us. Never. It just doesn't make any sense.
If you're tired and you're a physical athlete and you're tired,
yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it?
That's awkward, man. That's not good.
Yeah.
You're making people in baseball look good when you say that.
Oh, don't even say that.
I said it.
You said it.
Kawhi Leonard is no more athletically gifted than the bat catcher.
Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
Now, I want to talk about something in the NBA.
Sure.
Lakers. Uh-oh.
Lakers. Well, should anyone be that surprised? You got this Minnesota team that last year went to the final.
Minnesota.
You know what I mean? I know. There's a thing. But the Ant, the man, the myth, he is, dude, every time I watch that guy play, he's got a little tinge of Jordan in him, man. I can't help but watch this Anthony Edwards just do what he does.
He's a good player, Mitch.
And he's a guy that seems to thrive on the pressure.
He's a thriver.
He likes it. He's a thriver.
He thrives.
All right. From there, let's jump over real quick to the NFL draft. It was in Green Bay. Respect to the NFL. They said, hey, we're going to go to Green Bay. Not respect to you NFL teams. You don't think I noticed? All of you were back home. None of you showed up to Green Bay. We offered you our house and you didn't come. You know who did come? 125,000 fans came to Green Bay.
With passion and honor
That's
and
right.
respect.
Thoughts on, the talk of the town. We are now into Saturday morning, 8:57 on your AM dial. And ladies and gentlemen, Schroeder Sanders has not been taken yet. This guy at one time earlier in the year was dubbed #1 pick, and we're now in the 90s, and he hasn't been picked.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah. First of all, the highlight of the draft is Clay Matthews.
Yes.
Okay?
Right off the bat.
Because the Bears do suck. And they do still suck. He could have picked any team.
He did.
He could have picked any team.
Anywhere.
And you know what? What, you think because he left and he went to go play somewhere else to finish off his career that we don't love him?
We love him.
You see they come back to Green
They
Bay?
always come
Because they're
back.
respected here. We understand what people are doing.
Love you.
He spoke to me that day.
He did.
You guys know how much I
swear the minute he said, I was like, that was for Dimitri.
That was for me.
Yeah.
And
the president reference. I was like, this is meant for you.
Hey, it was a good reference. Okay, so okay, Sanders. Let me tell you what happened. It's let's just say it's easy to look good when you roll with the bigger crowd. You know what I mean?
That's true.
If you're just the best of the worst, it doesn't mean that you're great.
Yeah.
And look, Colorado, here's the thing. This is the biggest success Colorado had.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Okay.
By far.
Did he look good?
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Heisman Trophy on that team.
Who went first overall?
Cameron Ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
your boy Travis Hunter.
From where?
Colorado.
Who was?
He plays wide receiver and corner.
Interesting. That the first overall-ish, but from that team wasn't our boy, was it?
No, of course
It
not.
was the boy who made him look good, you guys.
That's
Let's listen, these scouts aren't stupid.
right.
So you got Deion Sanders, who's a hell of a coach.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? You got to remember that. He's the guy.
Is he, though? We'll find out next year.
Well,
I think he's a good coach personally, yes, but... And he did Jackson State. I know a lot of people are probably yelling at the TV screen. Hold on.
Whoa.
Let's see next year when his son and Travis Hunter are not there.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're going to be bad. I'm just saying,
but
let's wait.
The argument I'll say is Saban's it's easy to coach Not
you got
easy.
All-stars.
But I'm just saying you need players too. But Sanders is a good coach. And he knows how to coach his son.
That's right.
And he looked good in Colorado.
That's right.
But he didn't look good around the league.
No.
And the scouts know that.
They know.
And they understand that. And so there's a bit of, look, guys, there's no, okay, outside of Cameron Ward, okay, let's just look at this in the first round. Do you really think the struggles that people have at the quarterback position, do you really think that any team would allow an apparent bona fide great coming out of the draft to slip? Not the first round, not the second round. Do you guys really think that?
Buddy, I'm telling you right now, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. My big problem here is that the money that these kids were getting, where now they can get paid, and it's instead of under the table, it's over the table. What's happened is their egos are through the roof. This isn't just about Sanders. This is about all of them. Anybody that's a big name in NCAA basketball, football, I don't care. Your egos are through the roof where you guys are all thinking you're better than you are. Sanders, you are a good quarterback, but there's been 3 other quarterbacks that have been taken over you. Again, to Dimitri's point, these scouts saw something. They're seeing other things. It's one thing about your mechanics and how you throw a football, and it's another how you act and outside the field. And a lot of NFL teams are now worried, how do I grab this guy? He's probably going to be our second or third string quarterback, but all the media is going to go to this guy. We don't want that in the locker room. This is the problem that comes with the marketing that Dimitri alluded to. That's number one. And number 2, you're simply just not as good as you thought you were. End. Done. That's it. That's as simple as it is. What am I seeing right now? Ohio State, LSU,
Bingo.
Michigan, all the big schools, Alabama, draft after draft after draft. 1, 2. Colorado football is just not in that caliber yet. When it gets there, then you'll get drafted where you should get drafted. But right now, the matrix is it's Control-Alt-Delete on NCAA football right now. They're cleaning it all up. They're fixing it all up.
Yeah, man.
I will go on a thing here. I'm going to say it right now.
Uh-oh.
I do think that this is the worst draft class I've ever seen in football.
I'm not excited.
I'm not excited either. None of these guys, except for Travis Hunter, is the only one that I'm kind of curious to see what he can do.
Yeah, me
Everyone
too.
else, I mark my words, we won't hear about anyone else, except for the Green Bay guy. But that's what I just said. That's it.
You know what? No, I'm excited to see Cam Ward too. I'm excited to see that.
I don't think this poor kid has a chance in hell when it comes down to it.
You don't
I
think
really
so,
don't.
eh?
No, I don't. Listen, I don't think these guys that are coming right out of the NCAA and right into the fire already. We've seen this when a Johnny Manziel can't do it. Give me a name, man. It's not happening. You need time to get cooked.
Sure.
You need time. We're putting raw steak on the plate and we're expecting it to taste good. This is not what it's about. Right now, if all these guys who got drafted, and respect to you guys, you deserve it, get thrown into the fire without a little bit of seasoning, without anything, you're all done. You're all done. I'm sorry. You're all finished. The NFL, the NBA, the NHL is too competitive now. You can't just look at Bedard. Ask Bedard how easy the NHL is. It's not as easy as everyone thought it was going to be for him. And I'm not saying he's doing bad, but he's not doing what everyone thought he was going to do. McDavid's come around once in a blue moon, you guys. Done. You can't expect every draft pick to be a McDavid. Damn it, you made me upset now. Now I'm thinking about Edmonton again. Done.
Okay.
You know what I like? Rapid banter. Here we go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the tush push is going to stay for one more year in NFL rules. Like it, don't like it.
Greeks invented it.
Jock Pedersen, Texas Ranger player, is 0 for 41. Hitless. He's got a hitless streak of 0 for 41. Dimitri, what's your longest hitless streak?
With Tamara, 365 Saturdays.
And counting. Keep that streak. Keep that streak. Hagel hit. Clean, not clean.
The Hagel Bagel.
There it is. Last one. This went viral this week. So 2 dogs are in a park. Dog owners taking their dogs out for walks, whatever. One dog super attacks this other dog, right? Starts eating it, like right in front of its owner. So they're throwing water on it. This one guy, dude, did you see this?
No.
Comes out of nowhere. I'm not joking. You can find it anyway. Comes out of nowhere. I don't know where this guy came from. He started fingering the dog in the bum to get him off. And it worked. Would you finger a dog in the bum to stop a fight in the dog park?
Well, the tush pushes around for one more year.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. This guy just, like it was his God-given gift. You should have seen this guy. He ran in there. He's like, like WWE. Oh, no, my buddy's in time. It's just fucking around.
Oh, no, it's the finger 11.
All right, here we go. I wasn't sure how that one was going to go, but went well. Went better than I thought.
But if you're the dog in the situation, you got to get out of there. Yeah, whoa, what's going on?
I won't lie to you. The dog didn't release right away. He didn't know what was going on. He was like, wait. Dad, there's too many people here. Okay, all right. Let's get out of here.
Okay, I'll leave.
When the dog got home, he looks at his owner. He's like, why don't you talk to me now?
No, but the dog came home. It's like, hey, Bruno, you're not barking a lot today. What's going on? Nothing. What happened? Nothing.
He's looking for a fight.
Yeah.
The dog's looking to bite and chew anything to get in trouble. He's like, look at me. I'm eating this pillow. Come do something about it.
His master's like, hey, Bruno, here's your water. Get your fingers away from me. How's the dog park? It's good. I don't want to go back to that place again.
I don't know. See, you're doing it on the side that he didn't like it. I think he liked it more than he liked it. All right. It's Maga.
I see what you're saying. He's going to go to the dog park, Mitch. He's going to just start, hey, look, I'm picking on your dog.
He just starts fights everywhere. He's looking for that guy. Every time he goes to that dog park, he's like,
oh, no.
Oh, there he is. Oh. Okay.
I've been a bad Doberman, haven't I? Okay, let's go. Let's move.
It's Maga Malaka time. I told you once, I told you again. The harmonicas won the internet this week. Ladies and gentlemen, the Korean ladies made me wonder what other weird instruments people play. Here we go. It's Maga Malaka. Weird instruments. The piccolo, Maga or Malaka.
You know what? Malaka.
The piccolo.
I don't think
so either.
Can anyone play that anymore?
I don't know. And what's the difference between a piccolo and the recorder, Maga or Malaka?
Don't know. Malaka for both.
100%. Here's one. I mean, it's a Greek favorite. The harp, Maga or Malaka.
You know what? Maga. If you
really?
Can play, if you go, that's a very elegant.
I think it's weird. I mean, who goes into their life going, you know what? I think I want to play the harp.
Yeah, but if you're around somewhere where the harp is being played.
Where would that be, Dimitri? Like literally where? Oh, I can't believe it, honey. You got a PhD in harp playing? You can't find a job?
You're either in heaven or you're in a bathhouse.
That's the only two places it works. So we have a Russian Schwitz. What are those called? The
banyas.
I know, but isn't there? I think
No, they call them a Russian banya.
Oh, banya. Okay.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, there's a position open. It's a little steamy. a lot of nudity. But would you like the position?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. With this inflation.
You guys always have dogs here?
What about the water cups? You know, I've seen people where they have they go to America's Got Talent. Yeah. Think about this. You've taken the time, 3-hour drive, another 3, 5, maybe a full day in line. And then you're in front of Howie Mandel and you're like, watch this. Water everywhere. Ding, 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 ding. You idiot.
Malaka, I'm sorry. I can't get behind that.
I think you should be allowed to possibly, take a rock, a slingshot, and break all the glasses in front of them.
Yeah, no.
Break their hearts.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that people that are in impoverished countries are looking at that and saying, yeah, that's a good way to use water.
Oh, God, man.
That's a party trick. That's not an instrument.
Okay, last. What about the kazoo? Have you ever seen the kazoo?
You know what, Maga?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
No, I don't like it. I think it's not even a nice noise.
But if you can master it.
The kazoo?
If you can master it.
How can you not master it? All you have to do is blow into it. This pod has gone completely off the rails.
Move on, Mitch.
Okay, second last one. The triangle, Maga or Malaka?
You know what? I'm going to go and say Maga because if you're the person doing the triangle,
Right.
it says a lot about you. You're willing to play for the team.
Well, the guy that's always with the triangle's got a buddy, the symbols right next to him. Symbol guy, Maga or Malaka.
Maga, majestic.
You know,
timing.
Timing.
It's all
That's
timing,
all about the timing.
right? Because it's like da 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 boom dun dun dun,
Done. Got to be on game.
and you got to have a look. You got to be like,
And if you don't hit it, you've wrecked the whole thing.
You've wrecked it.
Wrecked it all. You miss a violin hit, a note, no one cares. The symbol, it's too big.
It's too big.
Last one, best one, cowbell, Maga or Malaka.
How did I know? How did I know?
It's kind of an obvious one.
It's a Maga, okay? It's a Maga. I was watching that skit again the other week, actually, funny enough. Listen, the cowbell is a Maga. The alarm bell that's on your YouTube channel is also a Maga because cowbell, alarm bell, hit it. That's where you get to the subscribe button. Episode 353. Thank you very much for listening to the sports show here. Subscribe to the channels. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for all the comments. And if we don't get back to you right away, don't take it as an insult. Relax. We're just doing what we can.
It was Easter this week.
At Sports Show Podcast, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, CJSW 90.9 on the FM dial. Episode 353. One for the books. We got to shove it in the locker. We do got to hit the showers.
Boom. Have a great week.
The dog park, man.
Oh, buddy. I was literally going to not say it. At the last minute, I'm like, what was I thinking? And I'm like, I only have 3 of them or 4 of them. So I'm like, I'm putting it in.
So funny. But the guy,
watch the video. I'm telling you, just watch the video. Or not. I don't know if you should.
Is that a technique, though?
Apparently it is. That's the whole thing. This guy that did it, he's like a dog whisperer, right? He's like, well, I don't know if he is, but for him to do that, he must know. He must know something.
What's he whispering? Is he whispering wild?
Can you imagine that after the people are like, buddy, great idea. Where'd you come up with that? He's like, what?
Works on humans, too. There's going to be like a string of bouncers.
He's like, yeah, you're never going to believe this.
Oh, no, there's a
Same situation happened at my house the other day.
There's a bar fight. Get out of here.
Buddy, I'll tell you, if I see that guy in a bar fight, I'm running out the other door.
You're running out the door.
No, or I'm on that guy's side. I'm like, I'll fight with that guy. I'm not fighting.
You know what? Now with news, there's just so much weird shit around the world.
And who's recording this? This is the funny part. Like, somebody was, I guess they're recording their dog, and they're like, oh, dog fight, it better, like, whatever. And then little did that person know what they were about to experience.
100%.
She should be arrested.
That's amazing. And you know what's even creepier is there's a segment of people on the other side, they're like, oh, that's hot.
Buddy, guaranteed. Guaranteed these creepos are out there somewhere.
Anyway.
Yeah, I said it. All right. Have a great week.
We're saved by the bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast. Amy can do anything.
She's the best.